Doha. Now we go now to our guest, Rami Igra, former head of the Mossad MIA unit, joining us from Caesarea. Thank you so much for joining us this evening. Talks happening in Qatar, the U.S. showing optimism, but no big announcement from Trump and Netanyahu during this visit. Your thoughts on how close or how far we are from actually seeing this temporary deal being sealed?
We are as close as we ever were. The Hamas has always demanded three things: the cessation of hostilities, not a ceasefire, cessation of hostilities. They have demanded the withdrawal of Israeli forces from the Gaza Strip and the rehabilitation of Gaza Strip. If you listen to Netanyahu, you are hearing completely different offers. Netanyahu wants the Hamas to yield, to surrender, to export themselves from the Gaza Strip, etc., etc. And as far as logic goes, there is no deal on these bases. It has been proven over the 2 years that Hamas is not really moved by Israeli armed, by Israeli force. Israel has been able to weaken the Hamas, win this war, but has not been able to change the Hamas's resolve as far as their future existence is. And as far as you ask me, we are not going anywhere different than we were all along, unless the Americans have persuaded Netanyahu with a very strong arm to forget his his goals to how would you say, to abolish the Hamas's existence in the Gaza Strip. And Netanyahu must agree to another plan. And the other plan is the Egyptian plan, which has been forwarded in Riyadh in March this year.
All right. Well, before we get to that or go deeper into this, I'd like to discuss some reports that we're hearing in the last few days that some of the major sticking points have been resolved. It has not been confirmed, but there has been talks and reports that some of these issues that you mentioned have actually been resolved. And one of them being Trump giving his word to Hamas that Israel will not return to the war later on. Is that something that you could see being enough for Hamas to move forward with this?
Imagine you are Hamas, and on the one hand, you have President Trump's word that he will see to the end of the war. And on the other hand, you listen to Netanyahu, which is saying, we will not stop fighting until the Hamas is completely abolished, until their leadership exports themselves or finds themselves another homeland. And we will never be able to continue living with Hamas's existence over the border. Now, Netanyahu is right. Hamas are very bad people. We want to get rid of them. But unfortunately, Israel is faced with two bad solutions. So one solution is the continuation of this war turning into a Vietnam, a different war where we will continue fighting forever. And at the end of the day, we will be able to run the Gaza Strip. And lucky us, we will be running 2.1 million Palestinians. We will have to feed them. We will have to fight them along because they're not going to give up their ideology. And at the same time, we are going to destroy Israel's name in the nations. It is, you just showed some of the pictures that come out of Gaza where children are killed. It is sure that Israel does not want to kill children. There's no question that we are doing the right thing by fighting Hamas. But go persuade the international public that this is how things should be. And it's very difficult to persuade. And I think Israel's name, and not only Israel's names, also the Jewish people's name, is being blamed across the world. So we are faced with these two possibilities. And one possibility is this. The other possibility is accepting the Egyptian plan, where there will be an alternate government in the Gaza Strip. Hamas will be there, but won't be the governing party. You will have the Egyptians involved. You will have the Emirates involved, and probably the American supervision. So these are the two options that Israel is facing with. Netanyahu is facing with political options. And his political option is either accept the Egyptian plan and run for another election, which he is very worried about, or continue this nonsense war, which everybody in Israel knows leads nowhere. We've been here for 2 years, and for 2 years we haven't accomplished anything, or we haven't changed Hamas's resolve 1 inch.
All right, Rami Igra, thank you for that input, for your analysis this evening.